Next, for our featured speaker today, I think this is vaguely reminiscent of a springtime when Abul just got back and I needed somebody to fill in. I gave him about a 3-minute warning that said he will be the program because our program did not show up, and he did a fantastic job, and I know he'll do that again today. 11 years ago, Bloomington Noon Rotarian Abul Sharah established International Village Clinic. The medical program is currently helping over 50,000 individuals annually on a budget of approximately $150,000. Services like emergency care, surgery, baby delivery, lab testing, and long-term medical treatment are some of the services offered. Preventative programs for child nutrition, prenatal care, and family planning education has increased its reach this past year from 48 villages to 60 villages. Learn more about this amazing project as Abul share. We will learn more about this amazing project as Abul shares International Village Clinic's 2013-2014 accomplishments and dreams for the future. Dr. Abul Sharah is founder of International Village Clinic. Dr. Sharah completed his undergraduate education in India, earning a master's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Tokyo and a Ph.D. in engineering physics from Carleton University in Canada. Abul immigrated to the United States in 1972, where he had a 27-year professional career as an executive in management in companies such as Honeywell, MTS Systems Corporation. Abul took an early retirement in 1999 when he began working to create International Village Clinic. He now spends 6 months every year in the improvement in the impoverished villages of rural India, helping people who need primary health care. Everyone give a big warm round of applause for our very own Abul Sharah.
Thank you, everyone. I know what Chris meant by asking me when I first came in spring. Gave me 20 minutes. That's why now he cut my time by about 10 minutes. Good. Are you an accountant too?
No.
Okay. Maybe Dave's pupil. Thank you very much, folks. I love those words, my own. You couldn't give me a bigger compliment than saying our own Abul. It's always a delight to come and speak to Bloomington Rotary because for these three things, home club, home crowd, and a supportive crowd. I'm particularly flattered this time because you remember last week our governor was here and I said, hey, for every peak there is a valley. You'll never see a peak without a valley. And so I said, probably next week there will be very few here. It will be a valley. And I especially ask you to please help me not making it a deep valley. Well, I counted today, and today the number here are one less than governors. Oh my gosh. I didn't really count, but that's okay. Really, this is the first time in history that you have two peaks without a valley. So you guys have created something totally new anywhere in the world. Thank you so much. Since if I have so little time, I was going to share with you a couple of jokes, but I guess I have to postpone it till next year, so do come back next year. Thank you for your donations you have given us every year, including this year. You gave us a $6,000 grant, and it matches into a whole lot more 3.5 times. So thank you very much for all your support. All these years, my format has been, because every year I gave you a, can you hear me?
Grab the mic.
Good. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Um, every year I have given a presentation or an update, and I usually showed you 40 to 50 PowerPoint slides. And I thought, hey, people must be getting tired of me talking. So this time I have a different format. I'll not talk. But I have never done that in my life, and I won't do it today either. I'll just talk less. And how I'm going to do that is I have about 5 slides I'll show in the beginning. Then I have a video that we shot this year to show you the village's life and our work in the villages. It's an hour video. Don't be frightened. We condensed it here to 13 minutes, so hopefully you will watch that. That will give you a better picture, a live picture of what we do. So can we get started, Tim, here? Okay, you already have it at that. This is our organization, International Village Clinic. This is India, as you can recognize. This is their state of Uttar Pradesh. We are located at the end, just about the east end of Uttar Pradesh. We are only about 150 miles south of Nepal. You would think if you visit there that you could see Nepal. Well, you can't see a trace of Nepal. It's totally flat land there. Those who have visited us, they can attest to it. This is the largest state in India, population-wise, not necessarily area-wise. And guess how many people? It's said that it would, if it was a separate country, it would be the 5th largest country in the world. Just that state, it has over 210 million people. You can imagine. Minnesota, it's a little bit bigger than Minnesota in area, and of course, population is a different story. And therefore, you can imagine when you have so many people, just because there are so many people, there will be so many problems, and they are. So I will now move on, and I never end or do a presentation without showing this picture. A lot of you may recognize that's Mother Teresa. I met her in 1996, and I can assure you that's the biggest factor why I'm doing what I'm doing. Let's move on. We left some flyers on your table, so I won't go through the whole slide here. This is part of our accomplishments last year. We have 2 programs there, a curative program where we treat diseases and a preventative program where we try to prevent diseases. This is the curative part. We served over 36,000 patients last year. It's a 16% decrease, and without telling you in great detail, that's what I was hoping to see, because that's the result of the prevention program. That's the biggest impact I could expect, and it seems like it's making that difference, especially in children. We offered round-the-clock emergency service. We served over 2,700 patients in emergency, and only 25 cases out of that were sent out to the city hospital. All the rest we could do at our hospital. I won't go through the details here. It's on your table. You can read if you have time. Let's go to the next one. That's the most important, the prevention program. We added 12 new villages last year. Now we are serving over 60 villages. In our first year, it was 1 village. So this program has expanded 60-fold. We also started this program in schools. We give nutrition to pregnant women and children that you will see in the video, and children under 5 years of age. That's why we are going to kindergarten schools where there are children under 5. This is our big increase. We served 601 pregnant women with prenatal care, nutrition, supplements, and vaccination. This was a 300% increase in 2 years. So that's where our efforts are concentrated, starting from the pregnant women and then the children. We did over 500 health education seminars, family planning, and I'll move on again for shortage of time. We have some new programs. You will see that in the video too. We are building bathrooms in schools there because they build schools but no bathrooms. And what I've noticed in the first 5 years is that I saw girls dropping out of schools at the age of puberty because they go out in the fields. When they are little, yes, they don't mind, but by the time they reach puberty, they drop out. And so I talked to the people there, the local community, and with the help of the Rotary 3 years ago, we started toilets, and believe me, it's making a difference. We are giving scholarships to students there. We did 300 cataract surgeries, and this is what our results were. In the curative program in 2002, we had 15 villages serving about 15,000 people. Now we have over 70 villages serving 45,000. In the prevention program, we had 1 village in 2002. Now we have 60 villages, and we have gone from 4,000 people to 180,000 people. So in all, we are serving about 230,000 people. As I said, we have 2 programs. The curative, you will see in the video, outpatient service, inpatient, emergency, baby delivery. In the prevention, you will see nutrition, vaccination, health education, and family planning. Yeah, I'll give you a running commentary. This is how we started in 2002 with a mobile clinic and an ambulance. And we wanted to do some construction here. This is our first building. Half of it was our hospital, and half of it was our residence, and the mobile clinic would stand there to serve all day. You will see a picture of the half that was our hospital that was 17 feet by 17 feet. Half a dozen patients would be sleeping at night on the ground here. Here are the patients coming. We would be doing surgery in this corner, and while that was going on, we even did baby delivery. This was that land space that I showed you. In a cholera epidemic, there were about 50 to 60 patients sleeping on the ground, getting their drips. The clinic today is something like that. That's the main gate. This is the hospital building where you saw the patients sleeping at night. That was 3 years before the hospital was done. This is what the compound looks like now. This is a smaller gate through which you enter to get to the residential area. That's our residential building. We grow a lot of vegetables there for the use of the people who eat there. Now we are going up this building, which is our prevention program building. There is no power. We are lucky there if we get 2 hours of power, so we have been installing solar panels here to provide electricity for the hospital. This is our staff now. We have a staff of about 60 people. Among them are 4 doctors. This is a lighter part of it. This is Independence Day being celebrated by our staff. Now you will see some shots of the curative program, the mobile clinic and the hospital. There, the mobile clinic will be going to a This is the mobile clinic which we built in India with a grant from the Rotary 3 years ago. Here you see the village life there. This is one of the villages where the mobile clinic goes and stops and serves all day. Here is the mobile clinic. Patients start coming in the morning. They will line up on the left side of the mobile clinic where they enter. They exit from the other right-hand side. Here is our doctor. That's our nurse. She's preparing the shots. It's a pretty good mobile clinic. We can provide pretty well all the service. That's our pharmacist. He is setting up his shop there. That's our hospital, 2 days out of the week. Now that we have a hospital, we don't need the mobile clinic at this site. There people line up in the morning to get their tokens. We serve 300 patients a day from here. That's our doctor's office. We have 2 doctors who serve there. That's the second doctor. That's our pharmacy. There is the pharmacist preparing the medicines, and on the other side, people line up after seeing the doctor to get their medicine. There is a little girl who was so happy after getting her medicine. These are the kids. They wait while their parents are waiting. This is the emergency. This guy was totally burned. This woman was, oh, that's a kid there. That woman was burned 70% above her waist. If we were not there, I don't know what might have happened. They had to take her to the city. She may not have survived. These are our inpatient wards. Now they don't need to sleep on the ground. They have proper beds. Up until 2005, we didn't have the hospital. In 2005, we started. We also do some surgeries. The doctor is walking to the operation surgery room. This is hydrocele surgery in progress. We are doing proper deliveries now, not on a 5 feet by 2 feet table. Here is woman who came for delivery. After delivery, the baby and the mother are transferred to the wards. We purchased some equipment with Rotary grants, literally saving these babies. We are doing cataract surgeries. That's now you will see some preventative programs. This was shot when last year, a group of 16 Rotarians were visiting us. That was Bob Stowell, who was the governor at that time, and of course our own Diane, you saw there. We also give nutrition in the schools. As I pointed out, the kids line up. Here they are happy with their can of nutrition. This is the prenatal care that's not even heard of in the cities, much less in villages. We are the first one to do prenatal care. The doctor goes to the villages, examines these women who are pregnant. They are given this nutrition, which can last for a month. This was a supporter from one of the churches in Minneapolis who visited us. We do health education. Those are the 4 components of our program: nutrition, health education, vaccination. You saw the vaccination. Here is the health education. Those villages where we don't have indoor facilities, they just get together outdoors, and we have video programs. This is indoor. This is again outdoor. We are doing health education at high schools, hoping that the kids are senior enough to go back home and teach their parents, because it's very difficult to teach the parents. This is family planning. That's our health worker. She is one of the health workers who provide folks with condoms, pills, whatever they decide to use. We don't force on any. We let them choose between themselves and the families. Here is an occasion when we give bicycles to these health workers so they can go to their different villages. This is our prevention office. This was our only office for prevention, where they did office work as well as we would have meetings. And you can see the days when we had meetings, it was packed. No one could do any office work. Now this year we built a separate meeting seminar room. Now we have enough space. You can see folks sitting there pretty comfortably. Here we can do DVD programs. We train all these women, field workers, when we hire them. This is a little bit of a lighter part. I wanted to show you how our people eat, where they live. There are about 20 people who live on the premises, so we prepare meals for them, 3 meals a day. This is our cook making bread. We love that bread. That's very Indian. And here is our nurse and other staff members. They are eating, I guess, breakfast there. Here is, we do an annual dinner for the staff and their families every year. Here the women are preparing the meals. Also males do it. All the frying is done by males folks, so it's not labor, it's not slave labor. Here last year when the Rotarians went there for a visit, the 2 governors inaugurated one of the toilets that we had just built, both Diane and Bob Stowell. This is what the toilet looks like there. We, as I mentioned before, scholarship programs. We give scholarships. That's Apple Valley Rotarian, who was there 3 years ago, and we took some pictures with him. This is basically the end of the video. As Chris said, I'll be happy to answer your questions if you have any. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.